The NFL, and we'll get a look here at Derrick Henry. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Titans and the Browns, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
The dog pound will be barking as EA Sports is pleased to join you from the always... It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now the Cleveland offense ready to go to work behind the three-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his second season now as a Brown, number 7 overall.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Faking the give. Now Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Watson off play action. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down, Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They run it again with Chubb. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. You talk about this Titan defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage, trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into him and try to knock it loose.
Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now, during that run, an injury here We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down. To throw is Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down. Cade York on now for the field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. York able to send this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
Before the game, when I said hello to him, I tried to give him a little dap, but he wouldn't give me any, and I thought he was snubbing me. Then I realized he's keeping all that flame to himself. How about the week he had last week? AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
The NFL's second leading rusher in 2022. Here's Derrick Henry. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 23 carries, 5 yards past 100, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Willis on 3rd and 1. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Henry up the middle. Takes it to about the 37. The Titans are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Caleb Shudak on to try the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. They called the corner blitz, and Roger McCreary, he got in there and earned the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They go up the middle with Chubb. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Now that run good for 7 yards, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 39. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
To the 36-yard line. Stop there. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 7. And again, it's Chubb. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position. From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. He's got Njoku over the middle. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now it's the first involvement on the ground for the backup running back. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. And that's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are once again back in front. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. And Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. And you see the last drive, great chunky yardage, the touchdown on 5 carries. And offensively, everything just looked in sync, didn't it?
It did, and the reason that it was in sync is because it's a combination of play calling, game plan, offensive line marrying up with all of their blocks. But don't forget the receivers out on the perimeter. Any type of a long run, the receivers have had a hand in that because they've occupied people downfield. And, of course, give the big credit to the man with the football. Great vision, good movement, gets to the end zone.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 8. Play action. Here's Willis. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now a handoff to Henry. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Watson now going to run the option right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now Watson. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
The Titans now just about ready to take over. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On 1st down, Willis. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Again, Willis to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is taken at the 23. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Watson on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones.
How about that play for Peoples-Jones, and how about the 2022 he had? Former 6th-rounder topped 800 yards, going from primarily a deep threat to a well-rounded starting receiver.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
York able to send this one through.
And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you're...
Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. 1st and 10 now, Willis and the Titans.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Willis.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. A handoff running left, Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
103 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A first down carry for Henry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. Willis hits the turf, sliding down and picking up the first. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Willis now off play action. And his throw here is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to...
Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. 2nd down throw coming by Willis. And pass complete to Moore. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
He's got the connection to Moore. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. A give to Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Henry. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
And Caleb Shudak on down for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Here comes Amari Cooper and the rest of the Cleveland offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down, here's Willis. Eluding the pressure right. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
3rd down, it's Willis.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Browns to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Watson now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
York able to send this one through.
And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
First and 10, Willis.
He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
5 yards remain on second down.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
155 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another first and 10.
The shotgun snap to Willis.
Shoves him aside. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The offense on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Willis. That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Titans are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the fourth. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
They run it again with Chubb. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Willis looking to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Watson off play action. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And the Titans getting set to go.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Willis and the Titans come to the line now. 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Willis.
Forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And he is going to have a Titans 1st down, and that should just about do it. Second and 11 now.
Henry up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
So with that neat 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you watch that spot, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting into midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Titans, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.